to be able to get up on a stage and give a pretty good speech, don't you think? Well, we're going to have a little different format. I'm not going to start off with a long speech, but the format will be that Jim will ask me a few questions, and then we'll get some questions from the audience.
Thank you, Dr. Paul. So you served in Congress for 12 terms, which is quite a long time, but you were practicing medicine, before that, and you continued to practice medicine since that. What was practicing medicine like in those days, and how have you seen it change, and how's that influenced how you feel about the government approach to medicine?
Well, that's one thing that I have witnessed, the change in the medical practice. I went to school, college in the 50s, and started medical school in 57 and graduated in end of 1960. But finished a couple of years of residency and then did some practice before government was very much involved in medicine. That was before Medicaid, before Medicare, and there was just minimal government. Government, took care of veterans and some others. But then in the 60s, LBJ, I don't know if you remember him or not, but he claimed that we could have guns and butter. Of course, they were fighting the Vietnam War, but at the same time, the butter was that he had to make sure that everybody was taken care of, so he introduced this idea that the federal government had to take over medical care, and subsequently over these last decades, he has done that. But we have seen a dramatic change. The most important negative is that the cost of medicine has skyrocketed. The second negative, it has destroyed virtually the doctor-patient relationship. And third, it's introduced not socialized medicine, but corporate medicine. We don't have government really running things and owning it. That would be very, very bad. But corporate medicine isn't a whole lot better. So we have corporations. Drug companies become powerful lobbyists. The insurance companies are powerful lobbyists. And the medical profession is powerful lobbyists, and the management company. So it's a dramatic change. But the little bit of experience I had in the early 60s was in a Catholic hospital. And all I remember is I didn't get paid very much because I was, I was coming in an emergency room and wanted to make a couple dollars. I was moonlighting while I was in the military. But the one thing I noticed is everybody got taken care of, and people who could pay, they paid. Nobody was turned away. But people, received medical care. It wasn't like a period of time, whether it was in the 50s and early 60s, that I recall that people were relying on the streets and not getting medical care. It was just delivered differently now. But now we have introduced a changed medical system where, the quality goes down, the cost goes up, and everybody is unhappy. The patients grow unhappy, and it's going to get so much worse with Obamacare. So I think a good way to start, once we sort of take over things in Washington, will be to get rid of Obamacare and make sure the control of medicine is returned to you, the citizen, the patient.
GrokTV.